morning everyone. Today we will start exercise 5.1 and that is exercise to solve the various numericals of arithmetic progression. So let's start. The first question. See, in which of the following situations does the list of numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? See, till yesterday whatever the example was given to you, it was numbers were there, but here you will see that the statement is given and we have to clarify the statement. So the first one is given: the taxi fare after each kilometer when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. Can you say that this statement is AP or not? Once again I am reading the statement. The taxi fare after each kilometer when the fare is rupees 15 fixed, that is our first fare is rupees 15. Okay, question 1, the first one. And then it is saying that rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. Each additional kilometer means what? After 15 kilometers, suppose you are moving 1 kilometer more, so what will be your rent now? 15 plus 8. So second term will be 15 plus 8 is 23, and then for the next one more kilometer, 23 plus 8, it is what? 31, then 39, till what you are moving. So we can clearly see that here the consecutive terms showing the constant difference between their next coming numbers, like 23 minus 15 8, 31 minus 23 8, 39 minus 31 8. So we can say that the given term is a term of AP. Clear? So this is what the first question. Let's move to the second now. That is the amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Okay, now vacuum pump is removing 1/4 air out of total air. So suppose the amount of air is given. The amount of air is total volume, suppose 1 volume total. Okay, and the pump is removing. The pump is removing how much air? Pump is removing here 1/4 due to every time. So it is 1 minus 1/4. So it will be 4 1 jar 4 minus 1, it is 3/4. So this much amount of air is left now. Okay, so every time in every process when this amount of air is going to be removed, so suppose the first volume was V, then second volume is 3V/4. It is the first attempt, so we will write here 1. Then at the third attempt 3V/4, it is the second attempt, so this will be doubled because this is the single time air removed, but now this amount of air will be more removed, that is the one part, so this will be 3V/4 whole square. Then for the third attempt 3V/4 whole cube, and so on. So we can say that for every time if we will get the integrated value of this, we are not getting the constant difference between each term, so it is not an AP. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt. So every time, see, it is V, then it can be said 3V/4, and this one will be 9V square by 16, then 81V⁴. So by this way you can't find, okay, the releases volume constant throughout. That's why it is not an AP. Now same thing you have to follow for the third one. See, the cost of digging a well after every meter of digging, when it costs rupees 150 for the first meter. Okay, in third question, rupees 150 for first meter. Then rises by rupees 50 for each subsequent meter. Means for first meter 150, for second meter it is 150 plus 50, it is 200. Okay, for second. For third it is 200 plus 50, it is 250. 150. Okay, then for fourth meter it is 250 plus 50, it is equal to 300. So can you see that if I'll start my conversation, I will write the first meter 150, then additional will be charged 50 rupees more. So second charge 200, then 250, then 300 and so on. So we can say that the given term is AP. Clear? So by this way we will conclude that the given terms are AP or not. Same way you have to follow question number 4. See, the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at the compound interest at 8% per annum. So we know the formula of compound interest. It is A is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 power n. Now for first year we have, it is 10,000 and 1 plus 8 upon 100. It is 1 the first year. But for second year you will get little bit change here now in the year, because it's going for the second year. So 1 plus 8 upon 100 power 2. So we will not get the similar value of this and this. Even if you are moving for the third year, for third year we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 plus 8 upon 100 power 3. So for each subsequent value you will find that lot of difference between first term, second term and third term. So if the difference is not constant, there is a common difference is not constant, we can say that the given term is not a term of AP. Okay, so this is what, how to confine that the terms are AP or not. Now let's move towards the second question. Now I will solve little bit questions and then remaining questions I will give you to solve from mirror also. See, question number 2 is given here. Write first 4 terms of the AP when the first term and the common difference D are given as follows. So we have to write the 4 terms, and yesterday I told you in my previous video the general term of AP is what? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. That is the formula. General term of AP, very important formula. Here A stands for the first term, n is the number of terms and D is the common difference. Once again, A is the first term, n is the number of terms and D is what? Common difference. So the first question is given as, we are given A is equal to 10 and D is equal to 10. Now A10 and D10. So we have to find what? The 4 terms. So let's write the general term formula A plus n minus 1 into D. Now the value of A is 10, n minus 1, put here 10. Sorry, it is 10. Then 10 plus, I will multiply 10 into n and 10 into 1. So I will get 10n minus 10. What I did, you should understand, I multiplied n with 10 and now it is minus here, so 10 1 ja 10. Now cancel 10 and 10. It is an is equal to 10n. This is what we got the general term for the given condition of an AP. Now we have to find the first 4 term. So if I am putting here n is equal to 1, so for first term it is 10 into 1, it is equal to 10. For second term 10 into 2 is equal to 20. For third term 10 into 3 is equal to 30, and for the fourth term 10 into 4 is equal to 40. So whenever you have to find the term or number of terms, okay, or nth term, remember this general formula what we did in our yesterday's lecture. Okay, so this is what the first question. One more I am going to solve you. See, I am solving fifth one. It is in points, so a little bit make a trouble to you. The fifth one is A is equal to minus 1.25 and D is equal to minus 0.25. Now again, keep on writing formula each and every time. A plus n minus 1 into D. Now A is minus 1.25, n minus 1, and D is what? Minus 0.25. Clear? Now then, minus 1.25, if you multiply with n, you will get minus 0.25 n, and minus into minus plus 0.25. with this one. Okay, so we have now minus 1.25 and 0.25. What will get here? Minus 1, right? So it is minus 0.25 and minus 1, and now put here 1 2 3 4 and you will get the next values. Okay, do it as an assignment. So this is what we done today. So in my next segment I will send you some more questions. Okay, so keep on solving the questions and remember the formula of general term, because this one is more important.